Good morning, everybody. It's, well, evening, or whenever you're watching this, really. It is Thursday morning, 7:05, and I'm here in Ustream Studios waiting for a bunch of paratroopers who were filming last night a new series for Ustream called Pull Up a Sandbag. 3 paratroopers and an ex-SAS man then descended to TGI Fridays, where I think they'd rather have had a plague of locusts turn up. I mean, these were 67 and 68-year-old and 70, absolute lunatics. God knows what they were like when they were fighting down in the Falklands or wherever they were. God help the enemy if we breed blokes like this. But let's have a little look what's going on. Some horrendous news today that Top Cop, it says, that's a wonderful expression for the newspapers, isn't it? Top Cop, tipped to be the first black commissioner who got sacked ages ago for possession of child porn, and now a tribunal says that she was unfairly dismissed, and she could be the first black commissioner. Well, good for her. It doesn't make any difference what colour she is, but there's a bit. She's a female and she's black, and good luck to her. And I don't know what happened that she was found guilty of possession of child porn, and now the police have taken her back. They've got to be short of officers. That's all I can say. It's not about colour or gender. It's just about if you can be sacked and you've got the right credentials to get yourself apologised to by the police and offered a job and tipped to be commissioner. Well, I hope she never pulls me up for speeding. She's going to get a mouthful. Enid Blyton, remember Enid Blyton? Noddy? Why has Noddy got big ears? Because he wouldn't pay the ransom. That was the thing, wasn't it? And now Enid Blyton, who wrote that, is in trouble. Not because of Andrew Marr complained about his big ears, but English heritage, right? English heritage. The word said, it's our heritage. They're the ones who put the little blue plaques up outside houses. You won't see one of mine. They've now said that Enid Blyton, who wrote Noddy and all that other stuff, was a racist. Because she wrote a thing called The Little Black Doll, and in it was like a golly thing called Sambo. This was in the 1920s, 1930s, and now it's decided, just now, this minute, that it's racist. And the Royal Mint turned down an opportunity to make an Enid Blyton coin, and we all grew up with the stories, and certainly our parents did. The Royal Mint turned her down. Listen to this, she's got kings on queens here. Racist, sexist, and homophobic in children's stories. Come on, are we going mad? Has the world gone frigging mad? Listen to this. When do you think that Thunderbirds, Fireball XL5, Stingray, altogether, Stingray, when are they going to be banned for not having any black characters in there? And if you have a black puppet character in there, would it be black? Would the puppet be blacking up? Would it be a blackface puppet, or would it be a puppet portraying a black character? I don't think you can win here. The black people don't deserve this nonsense from people. You know, who these English heritage and all these nutcases are taking the piss out of black people, for heaven's sake. What's the matter with you? Leave them alone. Right, so here's the other thing that Boris is saying, work from home. Now, it could be the thing where you can work from home. I don't particularly like working from home. I come into the office whenever I can. I've got offices all over the place. My boat, even, there's more communications equipment on there than there was on HMS Hermes during the Falklands War. And I like to work in an environment that suits what I'm doing. So I write stuff down on the boat, and I plan things down on the boat. But when I come in here to do things, I want to bounce off people, little Jakey and Vlad and Robert and Shelley and everybody. And I like doing that, and I think that's important to do. And dear old Tony Blair, he's now gobbing off, saying that if this work-from-home culture carries on, we're going to have zombie state. So London would be half empty. Not a bad thing, as long as Khan goes with everybody. But if you can persuade your boss you could work at home, and he thinks that's okay, what's to stop him from, probably this is racist again, but going to an Asian country or Bangladesh or Hong Kong or somewhere where people will work at half the price that you do because they're working from home, you're working from home. It makes no difference whether you live in Berkshire or Beijing, does it? So I'd be very worried about this. And I think that production happens. It's good to go to work. So if people work from home, they've got no friends. They've got nowhere to go, nowhere to meet friends and do things. Work in a work environment should be good, should be a laugh. I mean, it should be hard work, but people bounce off one another. All sitting at home trying to work. Well, we're going to be one of them little funny countries, aren't we? We're going to turn into the Faroe Islands where everyone's happy and we all work at home and there's no germs and everything. Right, so here we go now. This is the best one that I'll be talking about on Ustream. The World Health Organization, and I understand where they're coming from here, because it's about women who are pregnant who drink. Now, I know a friend who has a child, adopted child, whose mother used to drink and take drugs, and it does affect the child. Thank heavens, this child's very bright and beautiful and wonderful, but there was a moment people thought, oh my good heavens. And so there is an actual illness that's named after these women that don't look after themselves and they're pregnant. But this is just not all women, and this is what the World Health Organization is saying, that women of childbearing age should be banned from drinking alcohol. Who makes these ridiculous things up? No. Morons should be banned from being pregnant and drinking. That's it. There should be a sort of a law against it, but not just banning alcohol because you can have a baby. Right, I'm old enough to have a baby now, so I'm not allowed to drink. Well, hang on. Unless you girls drink, you probably won't get pregnant anyway. You're not going to bump into it. You're never going to find that handsome prince. You know, alcohol allows you to sleep with frogs. Oh, that's probably racist as well to the French. Anyway, talking of our wonderful European partners, when Denmark next play at 10 minutes past the kick-off time, they're going to kick the ball into touch on purpose, so people can applaud Christian Eriksen. I think that's a fantastic idea and a million times better than taking a knee for everybody. Okay, let's move on. Okay, we've had a good old natter. If you want to see the rest of the stuff, go on to Ustream and have a little look where I put the world to rights. Oh, please subscribe. Thank you.